I was reading The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield. He was just saying how when you feel great resistance, that's where you can grow the most. So I was like, okay, anytime that I feel like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this podcast, y'all. I don't know if I want to sit and talk. Like this is different. Even performing in front of a camera where there's no audience necessarily, it's a different feeling. But all of that doesn't matter. If whatever it is that you love and you're trying to let out to the world, everything else is just an excuse of why that's not happening.
In the Round is all about highlighting musicians on their music journey. Whether they're local, regional, or touring coast to coast, they all have great stories to tell. We're looking for the stories that allow us to get to know them in a different light. The funny, the heartwarming, all the lows and highs, and of course the music that was born from that journey. Hey, I'm Dee, I'm a musician, I'm a music lover, and I'm your host. Let's jump right in.
Now we're rolling.
Now we're good. Yeah, now we're good to go.
So I was saying we're going to have Juice Co. sponsor this episode because there's some really good smoothie action going on.
I'm hoping eventually I get that sponsor. That's why I go there 5 days a week.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean,
I asked him what's your favorite.
No.
I was like, do you know DK's order? He's like the carrot. I forgot what he said the right one though. I was like, that's
I get 5 different smoothies because I go there every 5 days.
I knew he was going to know one of them and he knew. So
do they just call it the DK at this point? I feel
They should. They should.
Right, we come to so much.
It's, these brand partnerships, how you grow.
No, that's these shoes are actually Vivo Barefoot. And they're very comfortable, and I'm hoping to get them to sponsor me.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I'm manifesting it.
I love it. That's what putting it out there.
Yeah.
Send them the video.
Yeah, exactly. No. Yeah, we'll
And
send
then
them.
zoom in on the shoes.
There's a lot of foot action in that. You know how people like their feet. Anyway, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to In the Round.
Yeah.
Unique Vibrationz. DK and Unique Vibrationz.
Yes.
So I know DK from way back when, and so this is so cool to have you in the studio. Also just to see the evolution of where you've come and where you're headed. And this is a new song that you've brought today. Called Follow Your Muse.
Follow the Muse.
Follow the Muse. Or TBD, because I forced you into naming it. But
True.
but new track, more vocal performance.
Yes.
Got some backup singers and amazing instrumentalists. And talk about how you got to this point. Can you tell us a little bit about your journey?
Ooh, yes. First of all, thank you for having me here. And Dee, it's just cool to see you in this space. And I just love the team. I love everybody and what's going on here. It feels good to step into this space. But yeah, I've been writing lyrics since I was 9 years old. And it started a cappella, and then it became you got to find a beat on YouTube or on BeatStar or something. And that's fun. I've made a lot of really cool songs that way. But
it's kind of fun to work within the constriction of that, you know, like when you find a beat and then you're like, oh, I guess I'm putting something to this, I mean, it kind of stretches
and it's
you
a
in different way.
whole different creative process, I think.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy. I used to call myself the beat translator because I listen to it and I put words to the beat that I'm listening to. But in the last few years, I've just wanted to do more live music. And I mean, I think it was like 2 years ago we started as a 3-piece band, did a lot of street performing, and end up finding Simon at an open mic, and we needed the bass. The bass was just a good addition. We also had at the time we had saxophone, Cole on the saxophone, and Tajay on the guitar, and then he was like, "Hey, I got another guitarist that can come just to add some more of the melody." And it just, when you're in the room with 5 instruments instead of like instrumental from YouTube, it's a different feeling. It's a different feeling.
Yeah, the live music experience is, I think, what it builds community. Like it's just a totally different vibe. And so that's why I love actually that you're like performing out again or planning to, know, because I feel like the last time I saw you was Riverview Music Festival, which was too long ago.
Yeah,
so,
that was a good turning point in my life.
Yeah,
as far as my career in music, because that was the most I've ever been paid to go on stage for 30 minutes. And I was like, whoa, if I'm getting paid this, what is Earth Gang getting paid?
Oh, exactly.
Like how do I get to that level? And,
well, and then you find out that no one's making money because then you pay your bus driver and your gas and, and then you're broke.
All the expenses.
that's why
being an artist.
Yeah, that's why there's perks to like getting to play that kind of stage locally. You're like, I'm just gonna walk home and keep all this cash.
Right.
No, that's so true though. So it's been like a real kind of journey, I think, from that moment to this. And you guys all vibe so well together. Like, it's really cool. I really feel the brotherhood going on here.
Yes. I mean, when you know, DK was talking about when I joined the band, it was funny because the first time I had joined them, it was very strange how synergized we were immediately. And I think it is really these guys and all of them, like, they are just, they're so open to the music, you know, and they're so open to connecting with new musicians. So when I came in and I'm at community college in Creston, I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna freak out. This band sounds great. Oh my gosh! And then I start playing with them, and it's just history from there, And they're just like, Ozzy, we want you on everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and that was Ozzy. I didn't even introduce y'all. So Ozzy, we got Sticks on drums. Of course, say hi.
Hi, y'all. Chopsticks here.
I love it. Simon on bass.
Hey.
There's Simon. And DK, of course, who we've been chatting with.
Yes.
Dion. Yeah, I love hearing that. Like, I think so many times, and I love that they found you at an open mic and actually want to hear that story, because I feel like so many times there's kind of this stigma of like, I don't know them. This might be weird. And then you get in a room and you start jamming, and that curtain comes down immediately. Like, and I feel like that could happen even if like a country artist walked into a rehearsal space. Like, it's all about like being a good person, being a good vibe. And I mean, that's what you put out. And, so I love seeing it like exuded through all of you. But yeah, where was this open mic and how did that come to be?
It was at the late great Good Vibes movement.
All right.
Shout out to Ben.
Right off of Hickman. But we were there just at one of the open mic nights that they hosted once every month. And I was there with another band that I've been playing with who actually had student Zach. Zach, so we were all sort of connected. He was the lead vocalist and guitarist, but I was there with another band, and in that kind of waiting to go up, I saw somebody with just a saxophone on their lap, and I was like, can you improv? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, all right, come up and jam when we play our set. I love it. And so we played our set, and he wasn't in the crowd, or he wasn't up there with us. And I was like, oh man, is he not going to come up there? And then all of a sudden from the crowd, he just starts playing, and amazing. Cole just comes out with this crazy sax solo.
Oh yes. Cole is the saxophone player. We should say that for the listeners. He couldn't be here today, but keep going.
And so that was how we met Cole. And then after that, we listened to DK and his band's performance. And I was like, I like these guys a lot.
Because we didn't actually perform together at the Good Vibes. I think the next day there was another open mic.
That was when we performed together.
Oh, fun. I didn't know. See, I love to hear about all these open mics because, I mean, again, RIP, Good Vibes, love Ben, love that whole thing. And, but hopefully there's, I know Slow Down Coffee was doing some, Kava I didn't know about, so that's awesome.
Yeah, so we went there. That was December 31st. I won't forget. Or it was maybe December 30th. It was around there. I just know it was the end of the year.
Yep.
And to me, it was just one heck of a way to go into the new year.
Yeah.
Like, it was just, felt really good. So, Simon didn't know any of the music.
Nope.
and honestly, I don't even know if you knew you were performing with us that day. I know Cole and I got together at my home studio, and we sat down and just talked more and asked him if he wanted to be a part of the band. And he mentioned that you were going to be at Kava, but we still didn't we're like, well, we do need a bassist. Yeah. And I'm 29, and I'm the oldest, I think, by like at least 7 years. Yeah. So bringing in young, I'm like, he's like, I think you were. I know. And this is the journey. This is the journey.
No, I'm
this is where the openness comes in, because at first you think,
so old. Go on.
So you think of this 19-year-old is going to come in and play the bass with us. Okay, we'll see what he can do. But it was just, I will never forget the look on everybody's face when I turned around after that first song.
I love it.
It was magical.
No, there's literally a video of Simon, like me and Simon, we both look at each other, don't know what to do. We just shake up, like all of us just so excited, like what just happened? Oh my god! Amazing. The whole crowd just cheering and everything. It was honestly an amazing time for sure.
Yeah.
Those moments, like a lot of times those only happen on stage, or like a lot of times only in the rehearsal space that happen.
Exactly.
Like,
this happened in.
It was like,
and for the first time,
pure creation,
first time ever playing together. Yeah, it was.
And for me, me, like I said, I mean, I'm coming from instrumentals. Then we went to just playing with my brother at Riverview. I was playing. My brother would play the cajon. And I'd rap over the drums. But then we got a guitar, so we had that. And then once I heard everything together, it was like I don't want to go back to not having we need the bass, and having some sort of melodics with a saxophone or another guitar is just it just really makes the the experience of the performance.
No, absolutely. And I mean, we could see that today. Like the video of your performance will be a view, but what people won't see is everyone in the background like bopping real hard. So yeah, like
everybody was jamming.
Totally. Our whole crew was into it. So. It's super fun. And something I found interesting too is, I mean, you just released Becoming Timeless in September last year, 2024. And so this is already like, you're already on moving miles ahead, I feel like. I mean, that record though is so smooth. Like it's it's so enjoyable to listen to. And I love it for multiple reasons. And I guess I should explain your sound is, hip hop. I want you to explain it better, but just so people know what we're talking about. You rap, there's like a little bit of vocal, like
definitely more hip hop bass,
but more hip hop bass, that particular album. But there's like a little bit of humor. I love your lines about, I have more drive than Elon Musk. That cracked me up. And I wanted to be like, but you don't need much drive in the truck because the truck sucks. Anyway, that was an accident. But yeah,
we got to remaster the album now.
Oh no,
she's on the remix, everybody.
Oh God, do you in the house? So, and then you have a line about even Mariah couldn't end on a high note. Oh God, it just killed me. And I love like that's not even a good representation. Everything else you talk about is very like. Cerebral in a way, you mentioned Carl Jung and you talk about all these
Living
themes.
In a dream,
like a lot of dream theory and different things like that, and about being true to yourself and like, I don't know, kind of. But those lines just stood out to me of like I love that you kind of slipped in these.
No, it was very fun working on that project. That was actually with Tempest Music. He's a Des Moines local native, and he is a wonderful producer. He was really fun to work with. We first was like, oh, let's get together once every month on a Sunday, and I was like, oh, sounds good, but that means we won't get anything done for like another year. So I was like, let's just do every week, every Sunday. For eight Sundays, and that ended up being I think 10 altogether, because we would make the beat, I would write the chorus, and then he would leave, and then I would make the rest of the verse. And normally what I would do, like you talked about the Carl Jung and like songs like Living in the Dream, I studied for hours just different dream theory stuff. Like I would watch videos, I'd read things, and I actually made a bunch of notes, and then I would write my verse with all those notes. So it was just really fun to like dive into that creative process, but also I just wanted to be consistent and actually get something done. If you listen to the last project, or the last song on the project, Becoming Timeless, I say, I wish I can live forever. I hope I'm live long enough for this to come together. Yeah, put all this together. Sorry. Just being able to live long enough to put all this together. Like it was just a really meaningful line to me, because it was like, we don't know when we leave Earth, so it was like, all these things you have in your mind and your heart, put it out there before it's too late, and that was kind of that drive for that project.
And that comes through. You have another line about like running out of time. What do you say? It's like,
there's times right now because there's only so much time left. Times right now because there's only so much time.
And I was like, but I'm like sitting on my desk.
And that one was really fun, because I literally I wrote the whole verse without mentioning time at all, but I used a bunch of references to time.
Right.
Flies without wings
takes the life of all beings, come back and bite you in the booty if you've done the wrong things.
Exactly. I love that, and I love that theme. That's something time always seems to find its way into my writing, so I just relate to that. And so the whole concept, I think, of that album was great. But I love this like live setup and stuff. So it's really cool to see you kind of stretch your wings in both directions.
Yes, I love being able to perform with these fellas. It makes the music and the experiences much more impactful and meaningful for me. I think there was a big point a few years ago before I formed the band where I was just kind of losing my joy for it, because it was like I started writing to express my emotions, and then
and make music to cope.
Yeah, exactly. So no, thank you for having all those. That means a lot. But yeah, just I was losing the joy, and that's why I really wanted to have live instruments, because I was like, well, maybe that will help. But now anything that I make, I just, I've finally gotten to a place where I'm just making the things that I fully enjoy, and having these fellas with me to support me has just been amazing.
Hey, having you as the leader, bro, it's been amazing as well.
Oh, there's so much love in this room. I love it. It's true.
I didn't pay him to say that.
But here's $20.
It's all out of love, man.
So we hear $1 slide.
Yeah, you gotta listen to Hungry Tummy. I'm tired. I'm tired of being broke. So I can't pay for special comments.
Can't be broke. Yeah. No, I love it, and there's an energy that really comes through. I mean, that's part of the reason that I wanted to bring you in on the podcast, is because of how poetic you are in your writing and how authentic you are when you perform, and I really love it. And it was cool to see today, like with these guys also, because you're all kind of putting that out, that energy, and literally you could feel it in the room after, and that was really fun.
Yeah,
we like to amplify what he puts out. Like we just push it further and better.
Yes.
Create the foundation for it.
This episode is brought to you by Uptempo Music, Des Moines' best resource for new and used musical instruments and accessories. Whether you're looking for a saxophone, electric guitar, drums, or keyboards, they have a great selection. They also offer repairs and affordable rent-to-own programs for school band and orchestra. Find out more at uptempomusic.com.
So are you guys going to be working on recording this project then? Like, it sounds like you're working on new songs. This one's new. And
yeah, absolutely. So I just completed majority of the demos. I have one more. Actually, that day we created one. Remember when we were jamming and we made that? So that's going to be, I got 2 demos to finish.
Okay.
But, just 2 more demos. I have the writing complete for those demos. So it's more so just taking the ideas that I had, because I found like beats on BeatStar, and then we're just taking that sound and kind of letting them arrange it how they want to.
Yeah.
So I have the concept of the whole project, and they're going to help me take it and like sonically bring it to life.
Yeah. And I wanted to ask about the creative process, because I know that you write and you like have focused on that. But in terms of, I don't think you play an instrument. I've seen you play an instrument.
Yeah, I mean, I know how to play the piano just to make a song, write on it, playing certain chords, and then I like to play the wind flute, the medicine flute.
Oh, yes. Okay, there's a great photo of you, I think, in this cool hat, which everyone will see. I feel like playing the flute. Yeah. Amazing.
So that's something I've been playing, and that I enjoy just being able to sit outside and just playing that. It's just so meditative.
Yeah.
But yeah, the creative process, DK does a lot of the work before we even get in the room. Like he's writing the lyrics, he's finding the beat that he's writing to that's kind of giving us the bass that we're working off of. And then we come to rehearsal and we just kind of start working on it. We typically start just like trying to mimic exactly what the instruments are doing on the track, but then we start to really grow and find new ideas. And I think we have a lot of these breakthrough moments. Like it's interesting how our creativity kind of as a group seems to come all at one time.
Yes.
Like, we'll be sitting there playing the same thing over and over again. But this happened just recently with a song that we just performed for you all with the breakdown section, where, we're doing everything the same. And then Ozzy's like, wait a minute, guys. What if we tried it like this and like this and like this, and then it just all starts to fall into place. And that's where I think our influence really starts to come through with DK's writing, because I feel like in our band we have a real democracy in terms of creativity. We all get to put our own into it, and I think that's why we're so strong. We definitely feed off each other for sure. Ozzy will do something like with the breakdown. Ozzy told me, he's like, "Hey, I think this would sound good on the drums." Tried it and just went crazy. And then I add my little creativity. We just all we all feed off each other really good. So
don't you love the drum speak when your bandmates are like, "Oh, kappa tappa tappa"? It's like
guilty as charged.
Every meme. I'm like, yep, like.
I think that's exactly what I said to you. I was like, Sticks, can you give me like a doom?
Yeah, I was like, this right here. He's like, yep, exactly.
It's like, oh yeah, that's what I want.
I mean, talk about translators. Like drummers absolutely have to be translators. Like taking whatever.
What if we got sticks? He's going, Ozzy, can I get a right? That'd be crazy.
It does. You're right. It does go both ways. That's true. That's true. But that's my favorite part of the process. Yeah, is the workshop phase.
I will say, with what you bring in, DK, it's. Oh my gosh, I mean, you give us so much in terms of energy, in terms of like artistic expression and lyrical expression that it's just, the second you put it in front of us, it's like, I think I can speak for all of us, but it's like, I can hear it, you know what I mean? And I think the rest of us can hear it too. We just spend those times in the rehearsals just trying to put things together. I come from a multi-instrumentalist background, and it's like, with Follow the Muse, it was just like, he showed us the demo, and I was just like, oh my gosh, DK, I'm hearing some crazy stuff right now, bro.
How weird will you
I'm really excited about this. And he's just like, oh, you do whatever, man.
Follow your muse, man.
Follow your muse, bro.
And that's it just gets really fun to see how their personalities start to shine and what's art like, because there's a foundation. So then they kind of have a sound that they can go off of, but then you get to see like, oh, well, should we change this into like a 5 diminished chord or something? I'm so ready.
Oh yeah,
they start talking that music talk, and I'm
theory
like,
into this.
yeah, don't bring theory into here. What are you doing? Yeah, so it's just cool to see how they apply their own perspective onto it, and that eventually makes the song. It's like I had this idea in the beginning, and then it's like the final piece is just always it's a wonderful process.
Right. I mean, it's like chicken is good, but if you season it, like right, it's that concept of like,
am I the chicken?
Yeah, am I the chicken?
Who's the chicken here? Okay.
I should have thought of roast. I don't know. Are you vegetarian? Am I ruining this? You're the butternut squash, baby, and then you put some. Yeah. No, and I think it matters too that something I've noticed as your writing comes from a real place of positivity and like outward inspiration. I actually wrote down inward inspiration and outward inspiration because I feel like you do a lot of self-reflection, study.
You have a camera around my house or something?
No, I had to Google you a bunch,
sorry.
DK, and I mean, just like from even the stuff you post on Instagram and the things you put out there. But there was also an article after Riverview, I think Little Village talked to you, and they were just talking about like the things you've done in the community and teaching kids and, being involved at that level. You mentioned like 4th and 5th graders, especially like they're in that transition time. And I just think it's cool to see like, your songs are the adult version of that, right? And it's like output of positivity, but it's all about like it all matters. Like we're all connected, and and that's just why I enjoy your songs and the things.
It's cool that you said
do.
it in that way too, because I remember I think I was like 19, and I was like, I don't really want to deal with adults, and there's no change in them, So it's like I'm gonna work with kids, and I'm gonna make music for the adults to think about, and I guess so you just kind of reminded me of that like. That moment in my life where I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna make music, and if they get it, they get it. If they don't, they don't.
Well, and I think what you said too about like saying the things you're thinking, the nice things, of course, but like saying I love you to your friends, like saying these things out loud. I was
talking to my 5th graders about that. I mentor 5th graders at Howe, and I was like, what does love mean to you? Because we're a bunch of males here, and I grew up having that struggle to say I love you to another male, or showing that affection in that kind of way, and just kind of reminding them that a lot of people can grow up to where they kind of start to get stripped away from that love, and now they don't know how to share it. So I brought them a big box of chips, or those little bags of chips, and I was like, this is my way of saying I love you without saying it, so
I love it.
Yeah, so it was, but
what? Gosh, you're so. That's what I mean, though. The inspiration that you get, like from your own self-reflection, but also you put it out there to inspire others, and I really love that. And like it's cool that now you have this band that's kind of like your merry men of spreading that joy, and reigniting joy. I totally get like it's so easy to get burned out when you're in the music biz or doing anything. Performing is like the best thing in the world, and also totally draining. So it's so nice to have people that are like in the room with you, because I feel like that just charges your battery. Like
100%.
So
working on, I've been working with Tina Finley. She's now my vocal coach, and it was the first time where I was practicing the songs without them. So it was like I'm just a cappella, and I'm like, whoa. I realized how much I was relying on the energy from them, how much I was relying on the tempo and the key being all these different factors, and it was like she really helped me like remind me that my body, like it moves through my body. So I started doing that instead of just standing in one spot, with my shoulders back and all that, because that kind of started making me more tight, and I wasn't able to. I didn't feel like I wasn't projecting my voice anymore. But working with her and going a cappella just really showed me how I can use my voice and have that energy by myself. But it just showed me how much the music changes, and having them with me, it just changes that experience musically, you know.
Well, and singing is yoga. You know, it's putting breath where you need it to
Yeah.
go, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love hearing that as part of your body. Like, that's very much what I think as well. But yeah, you all sing though a little. Well, almost. Are you singing in the back, Sticks?
Nah, he was, I was gonna just say that I should get on.
Yeah,
get on
you
the
should. You got to get like a Britney Spears mic though. You know.
Right.
Yeah. Oh,
That'd be
absolutely.
perfect. That'd be perfect.
And you guys know who Britney Spears is, right?
Oh,
I know
right.
you're younger. I know you're younger,
Yeah,
but
thanks for reminding me that.
Oh, the Zoomer musicians.
I know
They
Hit
don't
Me
know
Baby one more
anything.
time. That's
Wait, that's the only one you know?
Yeah,
Okay,
well,
we gotta talk.
it was the one on the radio, you know, when I was
The
a kid. Trying to think of another. That's really the only one I can remember.
Wow. Well, you guys have some studying to do, obviously. You
Right.
gotta-
Clearly.
Britney
I
Spears is
mean,
on the
lucky
list.
you got so much to go. Oh, anyway, next time I see you, I want a cover of a Britney Spears song. No, I'm just
Got
kidding. Yeah. So, okay, what do you guys all do outside of making music?
So I do audio engineering, so I particularly do live sound. So
He's
I'm
our sound nerd.
it was incredible to walk through your space here. Like I was geeking out like crazy.
We love to geek out too,
Yeah.
so it's fun. Yeah.
But yeah, I do mostly audio engineering. I did a couple of tours with a vocal jazz group, First
fun,
Take
yeah.
at Southwestern Community College. So that was really fun.
Oh, so
But,
you're kind of in the biz throughout, like even in your day job. Are you doing some
Yeah.
corporate-y
yeah,
stuff
I'm
as
doing
well?
a little bit of corporate-y stuff, you know, making ends meet, but I'm looking forward to a lot more opportunities. I'm only 20, so
Yeah.
I've got a bit of time, thankfully.
Yeah.
But,
I wish I had, like, I was a radio DJ and I could hit a button and it goes, I'm just a baby or something. I'm just a baby. No, that's awesome, though. And I actually think, honestly, the corporate, you know, when you go to an event and you can tell someone can't handle a mic and you're like, just like the stress. Yeah,
yes.
you're
Oh
like,
my
put it by your mouth. It amplifies the sound. You
Yes.
can't hold it
Oh
over
my
here. You know, like
Yeah.
it drives me crazy. So we
Seriously,
need
yeah.
you. So
Yeah. I primarily do just music. I come from a roofing background. I was an apprentice for like
what?
9 years.
Whoa.
That's why I'm wearing this painter's gear, because it's just, I have such an affinity with the blue collar workers,
Yeah.
you know? I mean, I relate to them so much, but I didn't want to show up in roofing gear because that would feel a little weird.
I
so
mean,
was
you
like,
are missing your knee pads and like
yeah, you know,
right.
like soot all over my face. Yeah, but
got that Mary Poppins trim.
Yes, there you go.
I got my umbrella.
It is jumpsuit day, so I appreciate it.
Yeah,
You're
no,
doing
I
this.
saw. I was
Great.
like, oh my
I
gosh,
wish I would've
wait a
known.
minute. She gets me.
We'll get a photo. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, a lot of
so
what
you've
I'm
done like a few different things then.
Yeah, I've done a few different things, and a lot of what I'm doing now. I'm currently in school where me and Simon met in Southwestern Community College,
Yeah.
School for Music Vocations. I've been learning there. You know, they're a multi-instrumentalist school, so they taught me just how to play piano, how to play guitar, how to play violin, just all these things. It taught me how to sing
Wow.
too. So,
Yeah.
you know, when DK was like, what was the song? It was Day by Day, right? Day by Day was the song that we were doing, and we are like, you know, I just feel like I need like an a cappella section here. So that's kind of the precursor to Follow the Muse's intro.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
cool.
true.
Yeah,
which is such a cool way to start the song. Like I love that vibe.
Oh, yeah.
That's great.
Feels good.
I love it. It feels great every time. But yeah, mostly I'm doing recording in some studios, some student studios as well. And I'm an in-house musician over at SWIC, and I'm doing a lot of teaching over there too, as a student tutor and as a private instructor for guitarists and bassists.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love this. You're all like, actually, we have jobs, but we still work in music. This is great.
Yeah, we're like trying to live.
Right. I know. That's why we like to ask, and you know, we're always curious about it. But
Yeah.
yeah, Six. What about you?
Besides music, I just do the camera work. Yeah, just trying to show people, how to get 1% better, just making good content, and just being a self, doing it all myself, just trying to learn it all. So I mainly just do the camera right now.
So he's done a lot of my videos. We right after Riverview, I started doing Remix Thursdays, and we was doing a video every Thursday. How long did we do videos every Thursday? Like 9 months?
It was like
10
months, and we started on the iPhone.
Oh, wow,
and then after that, if y'all go on YouTube, Unique Vibrationz, y'all see the growth from the iPhone all the way down to it just got better and better.
We started
and better.
with like 35 subscribers, ended up at like 350 or something like that before we stopped doing that series. But yeah, he's done a lot of my videos that you've seen.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, they're great.
One of the last ones that I know we dropped was with that dude Biggs. Shout out to him. We always call each other twins.
No presents.
We're both born on July 7th and share similar names. And but we did a song called No Presents. That was like a kind of a holiday song that was really fun to do, and he shot that video.
Yeah, the video content you have on your page is great. Like, I hope people go and check out the Instagram because you do some really fun stuff. Yeah, that's awesome. I love this too because you're all like, you get to do what you do even with this band, if that makes sense. Like,
because the camera work, I can just set up the camera and, as I'm playing the drums, I'm still doing both at the same time. So it all just works out.
And then you can be like, oh, I make that weird face.
Right.
All the time. Like that's what I hate.
That's true.
That's what
I realized
I hate.
I put my lip and nose together a lot. I was playing the video game, or I just whenever I'm recording myself and I'm really like focused, I just put my lip on my nose a lot. Like, I don't know why I do it, but I do it so much. I'm like, I just need to stop doing that.
It's like when you hear yourself on a voicemail and you're like, what?
Right.
Sound like that.
I hope I don't sound like that on here.
Right?
No, exactly. But yeah, you do. There's been a lot of collaborations. I feel like you've done. I mean, back in the day, Andre Davis. I don't know if you still collaborate with
Andre
him.
Davis,
and he's been putting out some new stuff too. I feel like
Sacred Assassins was our EP. We
had,
I think, what it was 4 or 5 tracks on there. That was a really fun project, and that was like the also one of the first times that I sat in a room while being creative. Not the first time, but it was a time where I didn't have to leave the session to finish my verse. Like we sat together, and I just remember when he was writing his verse, I was just like picking up books and like looking up things, and I was just trying to get my mind going. And then when it was my turn to write, because we went back and forth for the first song on that project called The Alchemist, and that was a really, really fun, like just that creativity of being able to work on that together. I just because it was one thing being by yourself, but like I said, when you start losing that joy, I think that only happens when we don't have like the right people around us to kind of pull that out,
Yeah, I always say that
stuck in a rut,
I always say that there's in a live performance there's 2 feedback loops. There's the one between the audience and the performers where the audience gives energy, the performer gives energy, but there's also the feedback loop of the people that you're performing with within the band. Yeah. And this band has been one of the strongest feedback loops I've ever been in, which is it's awesome.
I love it. Also using the nerd faces for our nerd friends.
Yes.
Feedback loop. Actually, I love that. No, I totally get that and feel that way very much with my band. And it's so cool to see it translate to stage, and translate to you guys performing here. And it's really palpable, that you can tell that that's all together. But I'm impressed that you've done so much collaboration because I think co-writing actually can be really difficult. Sometimes it's really fun and inspiring, and but it can also be kind of challenging. So I thought that was really cool.
No, and that's why for that was just a good moment, a good memory in my life of just working with somebody in that way. And Andre Davis is just great to work with. Yeah, his hugs are the tightest.
I love it.
His hugs are the tightest.
I love it. Yeah, I feel like he's also been like learning piano,
he's been growing in a lot of ways now that he is done with Drake, and because he went to school for law, and he was doing all that while still doing music, which is incredible. So shout out to him.
That's crazy. Yeah, you just work with that was someone who came to mind, but you've worked with like a ton of cool people, and now you have this super cool band.
One of the things when we first started together that was so weird for Austin and I talked about it multiple times. We're like, man, DK knows everybody.
Totally. Man about town.
He's just a very connected person.
But
it might be the hat.
The hat just came in play. I actually had this sitting on a shelf for a long time. I don't know if I was just afraid of it or what, but it was a gift from a guy I taught survival schools. This is good. I taught a guy survival skills out in New York, in uptown New York or upstate New York, and he gave me this hat at the end of it, and I didn't know I was getting this gift, but just a beautiful gift. So in my mind, I was like, "Is this going to sit here and not get damaged?"
Yeah.
And
Now
just
you're like,
recently,
you're
we
gonna
actually
lean
did
into
a show at Lefty's. And it was a Halloween show, and I was trying to put my outfit together, and that's actually when we kind of started figuring out what we wanted to wear on stage even more. And I threw this on, and Styx was like, "Yeah, it fits everything," because I wasn't going to wear this one. He's like, "It just fits," and then I threw the tie on there. I was like, "Yeah,
it's
I like
great.
this."
It's so great.
Just bringing the theatrics into it, making it an experience rather than just music.
So that's something to expect a lot more of this year with our performances. Is more theatric and just bringing you on a journey, like all the way from beginning to end.
I love that. So you have some shows booked, like already playing out the year.
So we'll be performing. Like we've performed for I'll Make Me a World this year. We'll be performing at Lefty's in March, and then we're already booked for July 4th at the Valley Junction celebration.
Oh, nice.
Fun. And I think we got a couple more in there. Yeah,
Des Moines Farmers Market will be there every time.
Juneteenth we're booked for the downtown Neighborhood Day. So we got some things on
that's
the
awesome.
Very
just
exciting
now
year coming up.
spilling them all out like looking at my inner calendar.
Right. Well, and you juggle also. You have 2 kids.
Yes, well I have 3. So my fiance had she had a 4-year-old when we first got together. So now he's 10. We've been together for 6 years.
Wow.
So, and she's actually in New York right now, and I've been on daddy duty all week. And I just dropped my music video, Hungry Tummy, to the Becoming Timeless, and had this. So, been just trying to juggle it all.
Oh my gosh.
And make it all happen.
I'm so glad you did come in,
Yes.
but now I feel super guilty.
No,
Um,
not
I
at
forgot
all.
he had the kids. I'm like, where they at right now?
DJ, is this a bad time to say I need you to tow my car?
Yeah.
Or
You know,
you got that?
I can do that too. Just strap it to my belt, and I'll just
Also,
walk
like
with
tax
it.
season's coming up.
Yes. All of the human things that go along with it, and sometimes I just want to be creative, but
All the
Yeah.
resistance, like you've been talking about.
yes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and that's been a big thing for me is just not using anything as an excuse anymore. I think for so long, even with the community stuff I've done in the last few years, I just caught myself not showing up all the way, not showing up 100%. But even working with Tina, she's like, use your whole body. She's like, start doing things with your left hand just so you're activating all of it and you come full body when you show up. And also, I mean, Becoming Timeless was my first actual project that I've put out myself. And I've been, like I said, I've been making music since I was 9, writing my own lyrics. And I just know that I had all these excuses of, I'm not going to put music out there until I have my own website and they can get it just from there. Or I don't like being online and, and I don't like the fact that everybody uses their phones and all this. And I'd rather just be a performer and all these different things that I kind of created. But then it was just at a point where it was like, I don't want to die with all these songs in me, I want to be able to share that with the world.
God, that's such a good point. I mean, this is such a relevant conversation right now when we look at how our world operates. And so many musicians are like, I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. Like if I hate Spotify, they're the devil, but I need my music on Spotify because that's where everyone listens to it. Yeah. And it's just such a true thing of being on social media is like essentially if you're an artist. And of course there's ways like Patreon and these other platforms that can allow for that, but people like the path of least resistance, they want it to be easy. So I appreciate that, but I also love that you're just like, I gotta get this out of me. And I feel like that's true musicianship. I feel like everyone in this room gets that of like you have to do it. There's no like, if anything, you would just bottle up and blow up into a giant like bubble person full of all the ideas and the creativity that wouldn't come out. So it's cool. Like sometimes you got to get out of your own way. Be like, of course I'm not going to be Kendrick Lamar or whatever, but like I can do things that improve like my life and, enjoy the time here with these people that I found. And
100%. And just showing up. We did, I did a raffle earlier this week and it was a live. We went live for my world premiere for my music video. And I love it. And the moment I had the idea, I was terrified. I was like, I've never done live. being on stage and following my script is really easy, you know, or at least, you know, it's easier for me. And doing the live, it just made me nervous. So I was like, oh, that means I got to do it. You know, I was reading The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield. He was just saying how when you feel great resistance, that's where you can grow the most. So I was like, okay, anytime that I feel like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this podcast, y'all. I don't know if I want to sit and talk. Like, this is different. Even performing in front of a camera where there's no audience necessarily, it's a different feeling. But all of that doesn't matter. If whatever it is that you love and you're trying to let out to the world, everything else is just an excuse of why that's not happening. You know?
Yeah, no, I've heard on the other side of fear is success.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to go through that and just, you know what I'm saying, just get through it and
100%.
everything's going to turn out perfect.
Oh, I love that. And that's so true. I mean, we're talking about you going to the gym. That's resistance, man.
Yeah.
That's what that is, right? You know, like that's kind of how it works. But a lot of times it's like one more step is where you want to be, but if you don't even try, you know,
Right. No, and that's what I
you
talk
don't realize
about.
how close it actually can
Yeah,
be.
that's what I talk about when I do my camera and my content. I'm just talking about getting 1% better, but you got to put 100% effort in every day. Let's say you read a book for 5 minutes and you didn't do it yesterday, though. You got 1% better than you did yesterday. So it's just like as long as you can grow every single day, even if it's just 1%, that's all that matters. We're still getting to our goals. So
Yeah.
put
Teaching
1%
from
in.
Atomic Habits.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. James Clear.
That's,
Right.
Yeah. God, that's so true. Man, this is just such a pleasure. You guys are like delightful
likewise.
to talk to, and just the concepts and sharing your thoughts and your music with us. And you're kind of at this point of transition, DK, and that's why I want to get you in. And it's just so cool to see. So I'm excited. For
In the
people to see
Round
your
is produced and
performance. Follow
recorded
the
at
Muse.
Trilix Studio.
And they need to follow. Speaking
Remember
of
to
following,
subscribe to
and
In the Round
even though we just
wherever
talked about how
podcasts are
annoying it
found.
is to be online. Unique Vibrationz is the group. Do you have a separate handle? Should they follow DK? Like, where should they find where they can see you?
Mine's _chopsticks47_ on TikTok, Instagram.
My handle is oz.matty. oz.matti. I'm on Instagram. You know, I'm on YouTube. But yeah, you can find me on those.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Simon the Bassman on Instagram and Facebook.
Love it.
Yeah,
Simon the Basement.
keep it simple.
There it is.
Yeah, it's Keys Element is mine on Instagram, TikTok, and Dion Keys on Facebook. But if you type in Dion Keys, I've learned on it. Yeah,
everything.
Type in Dion Keys.
I typed you up on
So
the
it's
Safari and you popped
D-
everything popped up.
Capital DE apostrophe capital AN Keys, how it sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a good spot to find your upcoming shows. And you'll be posting
And
about
then we've also
Yeah.
got the
Yeah,
band
and then
Instagram.
the band
Okay.
Instagram and our website. So if you type in Unique Vibrationz with a Z, I'm sure if you type it on Google, you'll get our website, our YouTube, and our Instagram and Facebook. And we have a TikTok, I think. I know I made a TikTok for myself. I'm trying.
I can't remember.
trying to do better at.
yours.
Yeah, I've been doing better at. Okay, this is my job, so this is what I got to
Yeah,
do.
right,
Because I've worked so many different jobs, from starting as a janitor when I was 18, working the night shift, all the way to flipping pizzas and working at Goodwill or wherever I was. Like all those different jobs, I always had to do something I didn't like doing anyway. So it was like. And that's why going to the gym to me is important. That's why I fast every Sunday. That's something that I've been doing. And, doing Vision Quest, or we took a 24-hour silent Oath of Silent one day. Yeah, that was really fun.
If it was not the hardest thing, I don't know what was.
Yeah. Oh man.
But, you know,
There was a video I seen, and I was like, no way. I was like, wait, did I just say that out loud?
Yeah.
So it's like I messed it up in that one part, but I was like, nope, I'm going to keep going and keep going. But it was
So,
challenging. for
doing
sure.
those things helps me do the things that suck as in my career, so whether it's doing the scheduling or the posting, or even doing the farmers market fill out when we're trying to perform there, and
all the contracts.
all the different contracts and stuff. I don't like contracts. I don't like all that, but I've learned how to build my website. I've learned how to make my thumbnails. I've learned how to lead a group. Just different things that really help get your music out there, and that I think is essential if you want to
There's
make it.
so much to it. Like the people, don't even realize. So
Yeah.
yeah,
that
cool.
we don't even know yet.
Yeah, right. I know. Jeez, don't get don't get us
Just
started.
throw yourself out there, and you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Well, Unique Vibrationz,
Yes.
Sticks, Ozzy, Simon, DK, thanks for coming in. Such a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you, D. No, we appreciate it, and just having the space for musicians in Des Moines, I think, is just very important. So
Yeah,
we appreciate you and the
on,
team
man.
and everybody that's putting in that blood, sweat, and tears here.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, heart emoji, y'all.
Heart emoji.
Yeah.
See, you're not that. You're not that yet. Okay, that's a wrap. Thanks, Brooke.
Thank you. Shout out to Brooke.
Yeah, shout out to Brooke.
Shout out, Brooke.
They smile in our faces and always tell us lies. They burnt up our ancient books, now the world's on fire. Give me love, give me peace, give me heaven on earth. Give me truth, give me love, give me peace, give me heaven on earth. It don't matter where it is, you just tell me where to go. It don't matter where it is, you just tell me where to go. It don't matter what the time, you just tell me where to go. It don't matter what the time, you just tell me where to go. It don't matter where it is, you just tell me where to go. It don't matter where it is, you just tell me where to go. It don't matter what the time, you just tell me when to go. It don't matter what the time, you just tell me when to go. Hey! Be careful not to follow blind. Keep an open eye out for the signs. Learn to read the ancient symbols that been placed in time to help you understand the great design. Unique vibrations start to shape your mind. Stars fall, so do trees. What's that make of you? With or without you, things shake and move. Beautiful spirits manifest in different shades of hue. Follow your muse and let it take you through. Come on, give me truth, give me love, give me peace, give me heaven on earth. Hey, give me truth, give me love.
In the Round is produced and recorded at Trilix Studio. Remember to subscribe to In the Round wherever podcasts are found.